Ready? You can eat whilst we start, doesn't really matter. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I thought I'd start whilst he's eating because I'm a little dickhead. But
nice one.
Yeah, we were watching a food reaction and we saw a satisfying video. We just sort of thought, let's watch a satisfying video. And we are.
Here we are, yeah. It's funny how life goes, isn't it?
This is the most satisfying inventions in the world. Yeah, it's just it. I don't know if people are going to enjoy this reaction or not, but maybe you will. But we're going to get into this. Hopefully you're going to enjoy. Links are in the description to my Instagram and my Twitter. Same for my Patreon if you want to see extra reactions. But let's get into this. If you have one invention that you can think of that might be satisfying, what would it be?
I wasn't ready for this question.
What about an imprinting face?
That's what it'd be, yeah. And conveniently, that's what we're starting with.
Things are more soothing.
Oh, that's not satisfying.
Rhythmic machine perform a mind-blowing task as effortlessly as Jimi Hendrix's fingers danced around a guitar's neck. So sit back, relax, and join us as we highlight 10 pieces of incredibly satisfying modern technology.
Got food in my teeth.
This may be the single most satisfying way to mold plastic we've ever seen. This vacuum forming machine, designed by a company called Formec, uses heat and vacuum sealing to form a 4mm sheet of plastic around a preset mold. Just place the mold into the machine.
Do you reckon that's like in time as well? Do you reckon it's like a sort of time lapse of it happening over maybe like
I reckon you probably have to do it quite quickly.
4mm sheet of plastic around a preset mold.
I probably
Just place
reckon
the
that's
mold into the machine,
time.
lower it, insert the plastic at the top, and the machine does the rest.
It is.
After 60
Holy
seconds
shit.
of intense heat, the plastic becomes super soft and flexible. You raise the mold up, and when the two meet, they gel together in the coolest mold formation you'll ever see. In an instant, the plastic assumes the mold's form: car, shoe, gorilla head, steering wheel, or anything else your mind desires. And while many plastic sheets are solid colour, not all of them need to be. Just watch as a sheet sporting the Heineken logo gets vacuum formed to resemble a large bottle cap. More than anything, the sight of the plastic assuming its shape like the T1000 changing forms is the selling point for the eyes. If there's
It's like
a
it
neater,
treats it
more
like it's a balloon. Just moves it so
it does,
easily.
yeah. It's
soothing
weird.
way to mass-produce plastic toys or parts, we've yet to see it.
Weird.
Honestly, the only person who might not enjoy watching this machine in action would be Han Solo. It brings back bad memories.
Never watched Star Wars. Have
3D
you?
printing has been around.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
All of them?
Not the newer ones, but I've watched the original
Did you enjoy them?
6. Not really.
No.
around for quite a while now, and the sheer amount of stuff you can create from one of those machines
3D printers are
is
crazy.
simply incredible. But the most incredible of them
They
all
do
would
like
have to be
3D printed sort of houses now as well.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know. Reaction to that is mental.
Yeah.
They literally, it's quicker, it's easier, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's obviously in early stages, but I think there's a city in Germany where they're doing a lot of it.
Well,
and-
Germany does a lot of good stuff like
Yeah.
that. They're way ahead of it. Everyone.
Yeah. I feel like places like Germany, Japan, New
Yeah.
Zealand, they just sort of, I don't know why New Zealand, but they just advance in their own sort of ways.
how you can
Technologies and
3D
shit.
print yourself a house.
There you go.
Not a dollhouse, mind you. An
Have a
actual
habit of
house
talking
that
things up before
you
just as it's
and
going to
your loved
happen.
ones can comfortably live in. A housing charity called New Story has partnered with a construction tech company called Icon in an effort to mass-produce 3D printed homes and end the global homelessness crisis. The ultimate goal is to create each 650 square foot home in under 24 hours for a cost of
Holy
around
shit.
$4,000 a piece.
It's good and bad though.
Yeah, I don't want to put myself out of any work.
But I still think normal houses will be
Yeah,
built,
definitely.
right? But it's probably overall a very good thing. Again, it's
Yeah.
cheaper, people can live easily, and it probably makes them cheaper to live in as well.
Seeing the home building process is nothing short of pure eye candy. Humans start by assembling the basic wooden structure, then the giant 3D printer, named Vulcan to further satisfy the Trekkies watching this, actually prints out layers upon layers of mortar with the precision of a master baker artfully icing a 7-layer cake. Then humans come back in and add the rest: doors, windows, plumbing, and electricity. The result is a comfortable, sturdy home with a living space, an office, a bedroom, and a bathroom. All
And
for
obviously, if you don't like the sort of shape of the not the shape, do you know what I mean? Like the wall
The texture
texture
of the
and
walls.
stuff, you can probably just add your own sort of wall panels and shit as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you can, yeah.
around $4,000. The group's next goal is to print hundreds of these houses in impoverished regions of El Salvador,
I mean,
ensuring
yeah, this
that
is like for homeless people. This is perfect.
Yeah.
because it's cheap, quick, and
Gives them a roof
it's
over their
just
head.
safer, isn't it? For
Yeah,
them?
makes it look nicer too.
those who live on less than $200 a month have safe and comfortable shelter at last.
Wait, what?
that those who live on less than $200 a month have safe and comfortable shelter at last. If they can pull that off in El Salvador and elsewhere, that will simply make the Vulcans' work even more satisfying. Few things are as unsatisfying as seeing trash floating around the ocean. But there's so much of it, we can't just swim around and collect it all, right? Right. So a company called Seabin Project has devised a better idea. An ocean trash collector that's as ecologically sound as it is fun to watch. The idea is shockingly basic. Place a large trash bin in the water with only the top of its head sticking out. Inside are plastic mesh and filter, and below all that is a water pump designed to suck water into the bin. Also getting sucked in, anything in the water, including plastics, paper, cigarette butts, and other trashy
But what if,
foreign.
that's good, but what if, fish get caught?
Yeah,
Maybe there's a
fish
way
and
to
stuff.
stop them. Maybe the fish will see it and get scared or something. But that's still pretty cool. They can just put these all over the ocean and just do it with pretty much ease and just collect them every so often.
Objects. Seeing bottles, bags, cigarettes, and countless other things slowly sucked into the sea bin one by one, like a watery conveyor belt, is something you could peacefully meditate over for hours.
It is
Once
quite
the sea bin is
satisfying.
Yeah,
full,
it's, just
the
watching
cleaner
water
can
fall
remove
in
the
like
mesh
that.
and
Yeah.
collect the trash to either be recycled or, well, trashed. Just like that, our waters are cleaner than they were the day before. Thus far, around 70 marinas have agreed to use the sea bin. Hopefully, it's simply a matter of time before more around the world do the same. As for any fish that may get sucked into the sea bin, we'll simply have to put them back home. We're sure they'll understand the slight inconvenience, especially once they realise it's been weeks since they've seen a plastic bag anywhere. No one enjoys getting a flat tyre, but imagine if you were on the moon or Mars and your tyre blew. Good luck getting AAA to come all the way out there. NASA recently developed a new kind of tyre to ensure they never have to deal with flats
What?
millions of miles away, and it's simply mesmerising
metal?
to see. It looks like it's made out of
Like a
chainmail,
mesh.
though in reality it's made from a nickel and titanium-based alloy. It doesn't puncture under pressure like traditional air-filled tyres, and instead
Just a
simply
big
rolls
spring.
over.
Yeah. What the hell? How's that even
But
possible?
whatever obstacle gets in its way. Seeing one of these tyres drive over a tall, jagged rock and watching the titanium mesh sink and form along with the rock, all while sustaining no damage whatsoever, is incredibly soothing to both watch and think about. Imagine your own vehicle riding around on such a tyre,
my
being
boss.
able to drive most anywhere you like and never worrying about fixing a flat or changing out your winter tyres for summer ones. Well,
I was just say they can't be great in the winter though.
Yeah,
Can
and also probably not very good for normal cars.
they? No.
Maybe they're going to sort of technology in terms, they're going to change it a bit so it is good for that. But for
Got-
starters,
Yeah, exactly. It's better than having rubber tyres, isn't it?
Yeah.
People end up burning.
Yeah.
While titanium alloy may currently be a trifle too expensive for the average Joe and Jane, it's only a matter of time before costs go way down. When that happens, all of us who have no clue how to change a tyre will rejoice, for our day has come. A lot of these satisfying inventions do one thing that feeds the eyes with happiness. Manufacturing giant Optimus gives us two, making road paving a thing of beauty. Optimus starts by flattening out the would-be road's gravel with a long grader screed. Seeing the chunks of material slowly being flattened into a manageable, even surface is positively heartwarming. If you've ever watched Cars and found yourself physically hurt by watching Lightning McQueen butcher
Watch
his
Cars?
road paving duties,
I don't know
seeing
if
a
I have,
grader
you know.
screed go to
Missing
work
out,
will
mate.
revitalise your soul. Then comes the laying of the concrete. Officially called the Optimus T11 Basic Flasterverleger Maschine, the Optimus Paver laying machine turns the mundane act of cement pouring into a satisfying puzzle. The concrete
do
is
this
already
one by
formed
hand
and
at
hardened,
work.
arriving
Really?
in
Yeah, it
various
takes
one by
ages.
one as well.
Or digging it all out, leveling that all out one by one for the blocks.
That sounds like fuck. But I
This
mean,
looks a lot easier.
but I guess you're used to it now.
Oh yeah, but it looks a
But
lot
do you, put,
easier.
do you put the blocks in? I mean, like, say it is like this sort of style. This, like, would you put the blocks in individually,
Yeah,
and you just have to do all
just
the work?
bam, 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 bam,
mundane
bam.
act of cement pouring into a satisfying puzzle. The
That's
concrete
good
is
then.
already
Yeah.
formed and
Good.
hardened, arriving in various chunks that resemble
Particularly
puzzle
if you're
pieces.
doing massive
The
roads and
Flasterverleger
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Maschine
that'll
lays
save you
each stone puzzle piece
so
next
much
to each
time.
other, leaving only a few holes for a worker to effortlessly slip a brick inside. Just like that, we have a new road, driveway or parking lot or whatever else needed paving. It's not hard work, but rather smart work. Not to mention relaxing entertainment. Ever
Yeah, like a
seen those
jigsaw.
giant tractor-powered mowers and wish you could handle one yourself? If so, a company called Brielle Mae has made your dream a reality. At its heart, the Brielle Mae is a giant lawnmower. but watching people use it is like something out of a dream. The sight of someone pushing a huge mower, flattening everything in their path, is simply awesome.
That's scary.
It
What
becomes
if you get
downright comical when
caught?
viewed from above.
Wow,
Because
but-
from the sky, the mower's handler looks like an ant bringing a huge chunk of food back to the colony. The Brielle Mae mower works in other ways too. For one, you can attach what looks like a gun turret to the mower and spray fertilizer or other materials spectacularly long
it all,
distances.
mate?
That's pretty
If
sick,
you have a
actually.
large field to feed, there's
Don't
no
want to spray
faster or
yourself,
more
do you?
fun way to
Shit
get
in your
it done.
face.
In addition, for truly huge mowing jobs, Brielle Mae offers a double mower that you can ride on. Simply steer and watch your mower flatten down football fields, baseball
That'd be
diamonds,
fun.
or even entire hillsides in a flash. Whether you're the rider or simply observing, mowing the lawn will never be
I
the
don't know
same.
how much I'd trust standing on something like that while you're
Yeah.
on a bumpy road with a massive blade in front of you.
Well, I don't think you'd ride it on the road.
No, but like on a hill, on a
Yeah.
bumpy hill,
Goes back
if you're
down.
just standing there like that, you're not sitting, you're not exactly safe, are you?
Yeah. Nah, but I guess there's probably some sort of technology behind that stops that. Maybe, I don't know, probably not. But this one's weird, and there's two. You can have two people doing it at the same time.
Flying drones are already fun to watch, but the Theelios
I wish I
flying
could
drone
fly
is
drones. I've
doubly
never tried
fun
it.
at
That'd
the
be
very
cool, wouldn't
least. The
I find
tiny
it crash all the
Theelios
time.
and its stronger but equally drone is doubly fun at the very least. The tiny Theelios and its stronger but equally tiny brother, Theelios 2, is encased in a sturdy circular cage that renders it tolerant, if not immune, to collisions. This allows it to float in and around tight, dark, dangerous areas that other drones and people simply cannot access. Its
Oh, so it's
HD
like a
camera
little
then transmits footage back to the
shield.
operator, who
Yeah.
simply could not have seen that location otherwise. But never mind how much a collision-proof drone can
Oh, okay,
benefit
that's pretty
businesses
cool.
of every kind.
That's for
Simply
me, then.
watching the Theelios in action, bobbing up and down and all around like a forever floating beach ball is
Bit like a
beyond
cat
satisfying.
having whiskers,
It
isn't
gets
it?
even more satisfying
Seeing
when you're
what
the one
space they can
controlling the
fit through.
Theelios. Maneuvering such a perfect circle around is both relaxing and
Not really.
super fun. On a related note, if you're playing around with an Theelios drone and you're not pretending like you're controlling your own personal bite-sized Death Star, then you definitely need more fun in your life. Folding shirts isn't usually all that soothing.
What,
In
a
fact, very little
self-folding
about doing
machine?
laundry is, but the Speedy T machine is here to change that. The Speedy T is about the size of a regular table, making usage incredibly easy. Simply place an unfolded
I mean, it's
shirt
good.
onto the tabletop, sleeves
Crease
dangling
it.
from the edges.
Yeah,
then
but it's a
press
bit
the
lazy.
button and the machine does the rest. In less
If
than
it's
3
for a
seconds,
job,
the bottom
Yeah.
That's fair enough. If you're at home and you got something like
folds
this,
up,
I mean, I'd like one of them anyway.
Yeah,
I'm lazy.
I wouldn't
one
complain.
sleeve, then the other, and then finally the whole thing folds over the top. If you're like us, you'll replay the folding portion of the Speedy T video time and again, both because
That's
it
quite
happens
cool,
so
actually.
fast and because it's just that awesome to witness. After that, the now folded shirts get flipped onto the stacking table, where you can pile them on top of one another as pretty as a department store. But what if you are a department store and you need to wrap the shirt up in plastic too? The Speedy T has that function as well. It folds up the shirts like usual,
thought of
but
that.
stops the final flip mid-flight. This allows the user to easily slip a plastic bag over the shirt, making it 100% shelf
This
ready.
would be a little
But
fun
never
job,
mind
to be
that.
honest.
We could
Yeah,
just
no,
sit
I
and
mind
watch this
it.
machine fold shirts for hours on end. Plus, doing so might finally solve the mystery of how to properly fold shirts by hand. It might not make laundry more fun, but it will certainly make it faster. Lasers can do so much more than distract cats and torture James Bond. The Thunder laser cutting machine, for example, uses lasers to create literal works of art, and it's one of the most satisfying things
Yeah,
to
I love
watch on
watching
the
laser
planet.
work.
Simply
Yeah, they are
program the
interesting.
Thunder for how and where you want the laser to move, and it goes to work. Its super powerful laser can cut through wood, high-density fiberboard,
Lasers
and
are
even
wild.
sheet
Oh.
metal, creating any kind of design your mind can dream up. Watching it in person is
Like, are these the same sort of lasers that people would use to like get their eyes sorted or whatever?
I don't know, to be honest.
Well, I guess maybe there's just different types of lasers that are used for different things, but I don't really know.
No, I don't know. Maybe they're just more. Some are stronger than others.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, how are lasers even made? Like, you'll get these laser sticks. What even creates a laser? You know, I actually want to see this.
So many questions.
Because I don't know what creates.
You're good at spelling today.
Creates. How do you spell creates? A laser. A laser is created with electrons, and that happens in an optical. In optical materials like glass, crystal, or gas absorb the energy from an electrical Apparently, like, yeah, of course it's electric. Cool, nice one, mate.
Now we know.
It's not changed anything, mate. I'm still clueless. Nah, I'm joking, but I guess that's how you learn, mate. See, search and Google and you learn shit, mate.
Fairly slow as the
Yeah, Google.
Yeah, Google. Don't believe everything you read on Google.
Job. However, watching a sped up video of the process is enough to make the eyes and heart dance. Watching
My
the
eyes are
laser
creaming.
dance around the material, effortlessly cutting through and
Creaming.
leaving behind pure art is simply magical. Whether you're carving out some wood art or creating pieces of a model to assemble on your day off, the Thunder Laser Cutter will make your vision a reality. And if your only desire is to watch somebody else use the Thunder, the process will leave you just as happy. No longer do we need to laboriously lay down a road brick by brick. Thanks to modern technology like the
Yeah, I've
RPS6
seen
road
this one
printer,
as well.
we can simply
Have you?
roll out
You
an
just lay 'em
entire
in there,
road where we
chuck 'em
want
in
it
there,
and
they
do
just
so
fucking-
5 times faster than if we relied entirely on manpower. Plus, we can marvel at the incredibly satisfying,
This is cooler
almost
than the last
poetic
one.
Yeah,
process
definitely.
while doing so. The road printer is a great combination of new school tech and old school handiwork. Workers bring loose bricks to the top of the road printer. Then they place the bricks on a curved ramp and
Wow.
assemble them into a series of straight lines, which the road printer then swallows up. From there, the machine literally oozes the completed road onto
So I'd say
whatever
that's
path
quicker
you
than the other one as well.
Yeah, 100%.
choose. It's honestly surreal to watch a machine spit out a complete road as it does, and we could watch it do its job forever. It gets even
This
more
might be the best
impressive
one
with
in the video.
bigger roads, as the road printer can create them up to 20 feet wide. It does all this while steering itself, ensuring the road stays straight the
It even steers itself.
entire time. Enjoy the road printer bricklaying process, but try not to get too hypnotized while doing so. Trust us, it's extremely
What?
What?
This seems like the real life adaptation of Mumbo Jumbo's self-building tunnel. Don't know what the fuck that's about. I've literally watched everything YouTube has to offer. I feel your pain there. Open the 2 commercials followed by commercials every 3 minutes. Yeah, that's real freaking satisfying. My guy got hit with commercials every 3 minutes. That's why I got the YouTube fucking premium. Mate.
Oh,
But yeah, were you satisfied or not?
I'm
really?
satisfied.
Yeah.
There's more satisfying things to see. But it was
Yeah,
good.
I mean, this probably wasn't specifically for satisfying. It was just inventions that are quite
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, hopefully you were satisfied. And until next time, like, subscribe.
See
Peace.
ya.